I'd say they're going to hit the North Korean line. Yeah, let me, from a military history, tell you how this will go if it kicks off. It can go three different ways, and they're each really drawn out, so let me just try to crystallize them as best I can. They start loading what appears to be an atomic payload. They've got sensors in space that can scan and tell them. They start loading a radioactive payload onto one of those missiles, and the phone call's going to go to President Trump, who's got the media and everybody attacking him constantly about, he wasn't spied on or all this made-up crap, or, he's not getting the economy going, all these other lies or whatever. He didn't release his tax returns. While we're busy dealing with that, and our sellout globalist leftists that have sold us out to communist China and think they're going to defeat this country, Trump could get the call today, tomorrow, next month, whenever. Skip this break, it's too important. And they could say, Mr. President, we've got the scans, they're loading. If they're going to go nuclear, 6 missiles, 6 medium-range rockets with atomic payloads. They reportedly would have hydrogen bombs now. Maybe it's a hydrogen bomb. And the president makes the decision. They've already had the meetings, and all right, go ahead and launch. And then it'll be 5 minutes till the cruise missiles hit. And it'll be about 15 minutes till secondary hydrogen bombs get dropped on them. And then they're going to hit the entire line between South and North Korea, where they've got those 100,000 artillery pieces and where they've got their troops. Because the word is North Korea's only got about 10 nukes. And so the entire front of North Korea is going to probably get hit with, depending on the size of the bombs or nuclear weapons they use, it could be hundreds of nuclear weapons will be used. Small nuclear weapons to wipe out the tunnels, the bases, to neutralize them. And then if troops pour across, they're going to hit them with larger weapons. That's how it escalates. And then they'll start dropping the 500 megaton bombs on them. It'll destroy the whole country. And so right now there's over 1,000 nuclear weapons just on a group of ships pointed at North Korea. Of course, you know where the rest are really pointed. Right now, most of the missiles aren't aimed at Russia. They've been swung around for years, and they're aimed right at China. That's the pivot. They're aimed right at China right now. Space-based weapons, you name it. And I'm not saying any secrets here. I've reverse engineered it, plus I have all the sources over the years. In 1979, they had over 100 drones continually orbiting the Earth with DU Sabo rounds, or basically meteor guns. Now, they're not atomic, they're not nuclear, they're not hydrogen bombs or atomic bombs. They are Sabos of a classified nature that go into orbit at 15,000 miles an hour with a rocket booster and accelerate to up to 40,000 miles an hour when they hit their target. You can be 10 miles under a mountain, you're dead. No holes deep enough. And again, you got to be under a mountain because that's cool. You go a mile under at sea level, it's 150 degrees. So you're under a mountain, you're not safe. Nobody's safe. And that was 1979. That's the superiority of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what they've got. And they've got advanced stuff up there. Huge weapons platforms. Japanese amateur astronomers are always showing them. They're just basically big floating bases. Not like those Tinker toys they put up at the International Space Station. They've got military bases. They're basically big platforms with particle beams, light pebble, tiny pebble projectors that also basically shoot hundreds of thousands of BBs every few seconds out, because in space they don't slow down at missiles when they're coming up. So they got these BB guns up there. That's what they are. They're BB guns, basically. And they're just imagine hundreds of BB guns aiming at the missiles that are going to come out of Russia, come out of China. And so they're going to take those out. They're going to fire cruise missiles in. And of course, here's the news flash. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, because I know history and I've studied it. If North Korea moves, China has already been given the call that if you move anything, or anything looks like it's warming up on a pad, or any submarines pop up in the Pacific Ocean, in the Gulf of Mexico, or in the Atlantic Ocean, we're going to have total commitment. At that point, space-based weapons are going to kill your entire city center's population. Because they're not going to play games in China. They're going to kill everybody. So just understand that. China, The communist leaders make jokes about how, oh, we have too many people, go ahead and hit us. You're going to get hit like you want. Every military target, every city, every factory, you're going to have 10,000 weapons dropped on. And by the way, it's going to be a nuclear winter. But, I mean, look, leftists want to worship China. They want to worship North Korea. They want to worship Venezuela. They want nuclear war. They're going to get it. Because here's why. We're not going to sit here while you launch missiles first and you catch us with your pants down because you're a bunch of crazy commies. Understand? Now, Curtis LeMay wanted to hit China and Russia a long time ago and got vetoed on it. And even people like Bertrand Russell, the big liberals, calling for it when the one world government. Those plans got killed because they were immoral. We're dealing with people that are running around, taking over land, threatening to attack us, and saying they're going to nuke us, and China's behind it because they're a bunch of belligerent, crazy commies. Now, that's one way it could go. North Korea could basically, who's under Chinese control, could actually fold and announce a deal to work with the South, like East Germany did, to merge with it, and that horrible family dynasty can be removed, and those entire sickening groups of oppressive generals could all be told they can leave to absentia wherever they like and take their stolen loot. So it doesn't have to be a nuclear war, just let them leave. And then send in international aid and stabilize the country of those poor victims. China can back off now, and China can recuse itself from what it's been doing and understand that you might be able to fight over the South China Sea. You're not going to start a nuclear war and not get hit first. So, the United States is massively more advanced than China, and China needs to understand that traitors inside our government gave you nukes, and that shows how crazy this whole thing is. And I know that China's been testing anti-satellite weapons and particle beams and missiles. They've already blown up some of our satellites. So I understand China's got some of its own weapons, and they got some smart people. It's just understand this, that China has no idea what's going to get rolled out against you, or how huge the secret space program is, and all the stuff that's been going on for a long time. So